Okay, so we're here talking with Gophers Molly Fiedler and Kailee Sharp. You guys just came back from kind of a very stressful win in Nebraska. Molly, you made that final pass to set up that final goal. What was it like for you guys to play all the way into double overtime? Again, you have plenty of experience playing into double overtime. What was it like kind of playing that full time and still staying composed enough to make that final play?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I mean, I think we're kind of, I don't want to say used to playing in overtime, but we definitely have a lot of experience going to double overtime. So it's just that mental battle to keep going and keep fighting your hardest until the very last seconds of the game.
Mm-hmm. And but also you guys the last few games have played with a slightly narrower bench. You haven't played with as many subs. And it's just been a lot of minutes. I mean, I was especially even against Ohio State, I was noticing a lot of you guys playing a lot more minutes. I mean, how much of it at this point is also really fitness driven, just being able to last the full match?
Oh, definitely. But I think that, I mean, all summer and all preseason, Corey, our coach, got us ready for that. And then Corey, with our coaches, really monitored our training loads throughout season so that we would be prepared for these final minutes. But yes, a lot of it is fitness, but it's also the mental battle to
Mm-hmm.
fight through fatigue or whatever and tell yourself you can keep going.
Mm-hmm.
And going off that, our team plays a style where I feel like we try and possess a lot, so we try to make the ball do a lot of the work and like the other team chase after us.
Mm-hmm. And Kaylee, a lot of your work is actually in distribution. It's in communicating with your back line. I mean, the team, for instance, like you have a stat for goals against average, but a lot of that is how you interact with the back line and how you're letting them know where to be and helping them position. So a lot of your work isn't in the actual saving of the ball, but then this last game you had an incredibly important save, a huge, huge save. And so what's it like for you playing such an active distribution role, but then still getting back to what is ultimately the job of the keeper, which is to stop shots?
Yeah, I think it's really cool that the team trusts me enough to play passes back to me and use me a lot. I think it definitely helps us relieve pressure when they're coming at us to know that I can get us out of our own end. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's beneficial for our team, and so that we can keep the ball more, and that we have less throw-ins and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's nice to be able to like make saves when the team needs me to. Also,
Well, in the past couple games, and even anytime this season when there's a lot of wind, it seems like it actually kind of disrupts a little bit of that distribution. I mean, you guys as a team are really great at combining on the ground, at having really nice ticky-tack passes, and then you, Kaylee, have a really good leg to be able to distribute through the air. But when it's windy or when it's kind of like a little bit more hectic, that really seems to mess with a little bit of your the team's play and how you distribute. I mean, how do you settle in facing some of those conditions, like if it's windy or if there's, I mean, maybe we'll have snow. I mean, how do you adjust kind of the day of, and does it change, then do you have to change tactics? Do you have to play a little bit differently based on those conditions?
yeah, so I definitely think it's important that we try and keep the ball on the ground a lot more in those conditions. I think being able to have our outside center backs or our defensive like mids just like showing wide so I can find them on the ground rather than trying to hit them in the air. I would say we prepare a little different just by doing some extra kicks with that different weather condition, just so that we're aware of what it looks like.
Mm-hmm. And Molly, the we would be remiss if we did not mention it's award season. I think I'm gonna do a full rundown. I think people will know that the Gophers as a whole, I think fairly objectively got a little bit snubbed, but you made it onto the second team. You had a fantastic year with a lot of assists, a lot of play out of the midfield. What's it like for you guys to pivot now from that regular season and have that recognition, but then pivot into tournament play where now it's one and done? Now every game is, I mean, you've kind of had a couple games like that already, but what's it like to pivot into that tournament play where every result is basically the season hangs on it?
I think it's just really important to stay in the moment and focus on what we can control and not let things get out of hand. So knowing that we want to go out there and fight with everything we have and give everything we got, but to really just stay in the moment and do what we can to, score a goal and not have to worry about that, I think is really important.
Mm-hmm. And Kaylee, this is a game against Wisconsin. This is a team that got kind of what could be somewhat fairly considered to be a little bit of an extra help from the refs when you played in Wisconsin earlier this year. And this is a border battle. I love, love, love Wisconsin versus Minnesota matches. What's it like for you guys to get a chance to play them specifically in the Big Ten at home and you specifically earned a game at home. What's it like for you guys to be able to take on the Badgers?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely excited. I think that we were definitely not happy with the result last time. We're hungry, and we want to come out, and we want to win.
Mm-hmm. And so what do you guys have to say for people who maybe have followed and read about the team, but they haven't been to games yet? What do you have to say to make sure that people come out and rock the Robbie on Sunday?
I think even though it's going to be not the best of weather conditions, I still think it's a very fun atmosphere. I think our field is still going to be beautiful, and then we're going to come out and play with all of our heart, so I think it's still going to be a good game to watch.
Mm-hmm. Especially since it's against Wisconsin, the border battle, it's always a fun game, so it'll definitely be a fight and enjoyable to watch. So.
All right, congratulations. Thanks so much, you guys. We'll see you on Sunday for a big Big Ten game.
Thank you.